up, everybody? Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Chrissy, and I have not posted on YouTube in a hot minute. So, it is a new year, it is 2026, and my goal is to share weekly videos sharing my running journey on YouTube with all of you. So, my first video is I would like to share my 2026 race schedule with everybody. So I'm really excited about the schedule. I think the races that I picked really play to my strengths, but I think they also challenge me. And I'm really excited to see like the progress that I've made over the winter and just see how I can improve year over year. So the first race I'm going to be running is the Black Canyon 50K, which is coming up next weekend. So it's coming up here pretty quick. It really is a tune-up race for me. I ran that race last year. It was super fun. I really loved it. I really want to go in with the goal of hopefully PRing my 50K and then also just really kind of shaking out the nerves. I haven't raced since July, so just getting the opportunity to like be at a start line and be nervous and like go through my race plan and hopefully execute it, I think will be really good before I go to my A race, which is later in April. So that's the goal of Black Canyon. I also think it's very similar terrain to my A race in the first half of the year, which is actually the UTMB Desert Rats 100K on, I think, April 10th or 11th. So yeah, we'll be going out to Fruita, Colorado, with a group of people. We got an Airbnb that's dog friendly, so I'm really excited that we get to bring our dogs along. And yeah, I'm just really excited to run another 100K. And my goal is to, hopefully run it as fast as I can and just have like a really solid execution day within the 100K distance. I do think it really plays to my strengths where it is more runnable and it has less vert. And yeah, I think it'll be a good day. There is a bit of a challenge of the heat. I've in the past not done great with the heat, but I decided this year I wasn't going to let like the heat deter me from signing up for a race because I do feel like I've been working on it. I've kind of worked on some cooling strategies when I'm running. I've done heat training, I've dialed in the electrolytes, so I'm excited to see if that pays off on race day. For the first half of the year, I'm definitely picking more like runnable desert style races, and that's partially, or a big part of it is because I do live at 8,000 feet in the mountains in Colorado, so a lot of the mountain trails are snow covered right now. So a lot of our running is on like county roads or mountain bike trails. And for me, like a good way to keep consistent in my training in the winter is picking race terrains that mimic my training in the winter. And I feel like these races do a really good job of that. And so I think it'll reflect well on race day. I think if I would pick, not to say I wouldn't ever pick it, but I do think it would be more challenging in the winter to pick, for example, here, like a super verty course or super humid course, where you can't really like practice a race day environment. So yeah, that was like a big reason why I generally try to pick those more runnable, flat desert races in the beginning of the year. But after Desert Rats, I will be pivoting to more mountainous races. So what I'm really stoked about is my first 100-miler finish was in 2025. I ran the High Lonesome 100, and I really wanted to run it again. So I was super nervous. I put in for the lottery, and I was lucky enough to get picked to run it again. So very excited. It's the race is located where I live, so I'm able to train on the course. It's really nice logistically, like when you don't have to travel and get a hotel before 100. So just being able to, drive from your house to the start line is just a huge plus in my opinion. And the race is just amazing. It's so well organized. It's beautiful. I absolutely love it. So just getting the opportunity to run that race and see if I can get a faster time than last year, I'm just really grateful for that and excited to see what happens. And if it hits the fan and it doesn't go great, it's still a hard rock qualifier and I still love the race. So having kind of multiple whys on why you're running the race, I think is important, because especially in 100, like, things can go wrong. And if you just say, oh, well, I want this time, or oh, I want this, and that doesn't happen, I feel like your will to finish the race, it just gets harder. So having multiple reasons why and being super inspired for like your 100, I think is really important. And high-low does that for me. So very excited to be running that again. And then later in August, it's not a race, but we are going on vacation to Chamonix, and we will be doing a 6-day running trip around Mont Blanc. So we will be doing a hot trip, and then after that we will stay for UTMB week to just experience the race week there and support some friends. So it'll be really cool to be able to experience like UTMB and European racing, and just, I think it'll solidify. I've had the thought of maybe wanting to try to be able to run UTMB or CCC in the future, and I think that is a goal of mine, but I think that will solidify it, just being there and experiencing it for myself. So really stoked to be able to get the opportunity to go and run over in Europe this summer. I've never done it before, so it should be really awesome, especially that we have a group of friends going. And then after that, my last race of the season is in October, and it's going to be the UTMB Kodiak 100K. And like I said, I wanted to maybe get into UTMB or CCC next year in 2027. And I think that's my best shot at getting in, because it's a world trail major. So the top 10 male and female in each distance get a direct entry into, I think, that distance race or the race distance higher. So I'm hoping that, maybe I'll have a shot at a top 10 finish at Kodiak at the end of the year. So those are my primary race season goals. I may put in like a few shorter or like fun or low-key events here and there, but nothing else planned. So really stoked to share the progress and the journey of my training and just the race day vlogs and everything on my YouTube channel. And I just wanted to say, if you've made it this far in watching my first video of the year, I really, really appreciate it. And yeah, if you are looking forward to more training vlogs and more, running vlogs, I will be posting another one next week. So again, thank you for watching, and I will see you all next week. All right, bye.